The influence of the church is to be interwoven into the social fabric of society. The church is facing a culture that sees itself as being irrelevant and out of touch. We need to go out into the community to be seen and recognized as an influence. We need to feature programs and events that meet the needs of today's society. The core of believers is to influence every pillar of culture to bring upon societal reformation. The world is not changed by people who think. The world is changed by people who act. This is the church. The story of our journey to Northcote is quite remarkable. The people we've reached stepped out in faith, and we saw vision turn to reality. The heart of our church this year is building to impact locally and globally. This was envisioned from the book of Joshua, where Joshua himself was commissioned by God to take city upon city. The suburb of Northcote is quite affluent, and we believe the strategic way to impact is to establish ourselves as a truly family-friendly organisation with benefits to offer to the community. Since we've moved in, the streetscape is busy and has vastly improved. We are starting to increase our presence in the neighbourhood with a series of initiatives and programs catered for the young and old. We have our Mothers of Preschoolers program on Tuesdays, praise dance held on Thursdays, and each semester we run a 2-day school holiday program. In addition, we love to bless other churches, and this has become our home for Easter conferences, a host venue for Christian representatives in government to meet, and a sanctuary on the first Friday of each month where churches across Melbourne join in unity for prayer and worship. Our church building is a testament of His favour and grace, a design that encapsulates the creativity of God, and a home for the body of Christ.
So with this ministry, it started when the young adults organised a soccer game with the youth group, organised a few other games, included everyone else in, and we just saw the church come together. It sort of went from there, being just a casual organised events to something a bit more.
Yeah, also a lot of people had fun, especially the kids. I saw a real passion in the kids, like the love playing, the joy, the sportsmanship.
It was something I think that was imprinted in our hearts. I personally myself went away and prayed about. I felt God was speaking to me to say, you know, this is something that's definitely worthwhile, and it's something that can bring the church together but grow the community as well. God prompted me to start this, and I contacted Danny.
So I prayed about it, and then we decided we're going to start it. So, and then he did most of the hard work, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, but it's great to see, to be in this ministry, like to see from when it's born, you know, and then watch it grow, and watch people who have never played soccer before and just having fun and playing with little kids and watching their parents fall. It's fun. It's fun.
It is. Well, we've definitely seen the church grow a lot closer. A lot of people are always constantly looking forward to when the next event is. But whenever we come across and play, we seem to attract other people and people that are around in the park at that time, and we invite them to come and play and they love it. We get a chance to be able to impact into those people that come and play with us, as well as try and have that opportunity to be able to talk to those that are standing around and wondering, oh, what's this group of people here to play? I've had the opportunity to be able to talk to people at work about this unusual ministry, and a lot of interest in that. So I can definitely see that this is impacting not just the church but a wider audience as well.
And I have to say, as Christians, I think the best way to impact the lives of those around us is for them to see the love of Christ dwell amongst us. When we come to the pitch, our player, we invite them. Do you want to play? And at first they say no. And then after 15 minutes, when they see us play with the kids and they see how we play and how we laugh and how much fun we really have, and then you hear the parents who say, hey, can my son join, can my daughter join? Because they've seen that togetherness, they've seen that love amongst us, they've seen that we're really having fun, and they want the kids to join and be part of that. And we thought, why not? Like, if we do this ministry, we'll be able to impact people around us, we're able to invite them to church, but they have to see that love. We have to reach out to them first, and the best way for them to see that was to see how we interact with each other on the pitch, and how much love goes from the Sunday school right up to the family, and then they're encouraged to join us.
This is only scratching the surface. We are planning on a lot more events coming up, and we're hoping to get to a stage where we have a regular team, and using that to be able to outreach to the community, playing other churches as well, so that they can also come on board. It only goes up from there. We're hoping to get some uniforms soon.
Yeah, very soon.
So that we can best represent Reach.
And I think it would be great if we could have a group of evangelists outside. So in the events where we come and meet the family in the park, and then we invite the kids to play. While the kids are playing, we have a group of people outside talking to the family about Reach Community Church, what we do, what we love, and through that they can encourage the kids to join us, to come to church, and then we're going to be growing. Gradually, slowly but surely, we'll be growing and touching lives around us.
My name is Eva. I just been to the Philippines this year. I am part of the Reach Community Church missionary team in the Philippines.
The very heart of our church is to extend into the community, and after successive years of ministering to the people of Myanmar, we've added the Philippines onto our global footprint. And God has been able to move in such a powerful way because the people who go are so passionate for Christ.
Well, I chose the Philippines to go for a mission trip. First of all, I'm a Filipino, so I think going to a mission trip is a great way of serving the Lord, and I experienced the beautiful and amazing love of God in my life. I just really want to impart that to the people of the Philippines, and I really wanted to tell them that in Christ there is always hope. After weekdays, we went to villages, the remote areas, and we saw so many small churches there. And obviously, it's just really, made out of coconut woods or lumbers, not like a big church. At the weekend, we had a big community event. We offered free lunch for people. There was more than 500 people came, including children. We had free blood pressure check, blood sugar check. We also provide information about health and nutrition. We also pray for them. There's also activities for kids. Yeah, and we let them, enjoy with so many games and also balloons. They were so happy. We performed a drama, and after that, there was a big impact that people came during the altar call and received Jesus Christ. Well, we went to Salmon Island, and most communities are poor. It's a beautiful island, and it's surrounded by beautiful beach resorts. But there's something I felt in this island that people need to know about God. And I believe that going to a mission trip is like planting a seed and letting the power and spirit of God to move to this place. One day we went to another island which is called Northcote Island. It's a part of Salmon Island. We went there and we were so amazed. When we got there, we met these pastors and leaders of churches. We saw them very, very discouraged, and they came to us and they almost cry because the people on this island, they believe and worship of the witchcraft. Amazing thing that Pastor Victor preached about, how to defeat the enemy and the ways of the enemies, and how to overcome the power of the enemy through the blood of Christ. And we prayed for them as well. There was a young lady who came to me and stared at me and asking for money, and she was not able to talk much. We gathered together and prayed for her, and instantly she got delivered from that bondage, and she got healed, and she was able to talk well. I was so amazed. It was wonderful, and that was the power of God. She was smiling, and she was so joyful and kept asking me who is God and what's the name of God, and is he big or small, and where does he live? That's so amazing, Continue with pastor preaching with these people, and they become joyful and they were so encouraged, and I think that the hope of God is already in their heart, knowing that we're always victorious in Jesus Christ.
Uni Group is a place-enriched community church where university students from all walks of life are able to come together and find themselves a community of supportive people who are able to share their same faith and also walk together and grow together in their journey with Christ. I've been in youth, and I've also experienced the young adults group. And I feel like university students are at a different stage of their lives compared to high schoolers as well as working adults, and they really needed a place in church where they could feel like they belong, as well as connect with people who are in the same stage of their life. We felt like it was time for us to finally start something and establish a home for university students to come and feel like they can belong. The Uni Group has been meeting on Friday nights, and we've had this place in Melbourne Uni where we've been meeting for the past few months now. And my favorite part of that night is definitely when we are able to share about our individual struggles and what we're going through in life, and from then on let's pray for each other and offer words of encouragement and support.
My name is Cindy. I'm from Guangzhou. I study Master of Management Accounting. I'm the new to Reach Community Church this year. After I was in Australia, my friends told me church is the best way to know more about life in Australia, and it's also a good way to practice my English. The orientation day, my friend and I was sitting in the grass, and at that time, Ming was come to us and talk to us whether we are interested about God and church, and he drive me and my friend to the church, and this is the first time I entered the church. When I was in the church, I feel the people are very friendly and warm because my father and my family are all in China. So in the church, I feel just like a family. We usually study together and share what we do every week on Friday. On my birthday, they sent me a gift. The Bible. I do really like it. And I think this is the best way to help me follow God. I became a Christian because that day in MMP, I just thought the moment is right, and I'm ready to become a Christian, and I feel the Holy Spirit empowered, so I think it's the time. I want to share you a story. After I become a Christian, one day there was a event I really want to join, but the event need to have a ticket, and I have tried many ways to get the ticket, but it's hard to get. So I just pray and pray and pray, but still cannot get the ticket. I do want to give up, but just before the event, a couple hours, my friend called me. He has got the ticket for me, and although it's a small thing, but for me, I think it's a really big thing, and I think you just need to believe God, follow God, and He can give you all things.
From the time this uni group was formed to where we are today, our whole journey has really been a testimony, and we know that God has been with us through each and every step of the way. And God put it upon our heart to meet in Melbourne University. At the beginning, it was hard finding a room where we could meet and have our Bible studies every Friday, but in the end, by His grace, we were provided with room 146 in MSD, and it has definitely been a blessing to the group because it has been much more accessible for university students who are living in the city to come on Friday nights, and that has seen our group grow. As we wanted to reach out to university students, we felt like the best time to do so would be during orientation week at the start of the year. And a few of us at church were asked to go out to uni on that day to hand out flyers and speak to those first year students about who we are and introduce our group to them and what we do. To be honest, I was quite scared as talking to people for the first time and approaching them to speak about God just didn't come naturally to me. However, Jesus said to go into the world and preach the gospel to all creation, and university is such a secular place where I feel that people really need God in their lives. And I believe that if I stepped out in faith, God would just see me through, and surprisingly, the people there were really accommodating and warm to what we had to speak about. At around 2:30 in the afternoon, we felt like we were sort of getting nowhere, and that there wasn't really anyone who were 100% keen on coming to uni group. That's when we were almost giving up. However, we saw Cindy and a couple of her friends, sitting on South Lawn on the grass, just having a chat, and we decided to approach them. To our surprise, she was actually interested. She and her friend was actually interested in coming for our first session on that night itself. So I really didn't think that I could be used by God in this way, especially as someone who sees myself as not very good at evangelism. However, God has showed us that He never fails. Even as we were just about to give up, He delivered, and He showed none of our efforts go to waste, and He rewards those who have a heart for His kingdom. He's just shown us that He is mighty to save.
We have got to always be consciously being aware that we are saved for service. Every one of us must have this mindset that the gospel must always be shared. 24/7, whether in a workplace, at play, at home, and even study, we have got to be there. And then when we come to church, we also need to see that as an extension of our Sunday and our weekly program, and that all of us have opportunities And all of us are not only having opportunities, have avenues given by the church to participate. And if not, perhaps one, two, or many of you may have a vision, a heart, that God has birthed something in you, and we're prepared to consider that as well too. And as the church grows, we want to mobilize more and more people. And I'm sure there'll be more and more opportunities. So we need to be constantly aware. And this theme of willing to impact should be part of our culture, part of our daily life. That we're just merely giving an impetus this year as a focus, using our building as a launching pad.